Hey guys, so this is my self-quarantine OOTD. This is a giant sweatshirt that is my boyfriend's that I took from him. And these are some airy leggings. Check out that side panel. Ooh. And these are some socks that have been in my drawer at my parents' house since I was 12 years old. What is going on up here? You see that? So it's no secret that we are smack dab in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic, and it's a scary time, and people all over the country are wondering how they're going to be able to afford it and get the healthcare they need if they fall ill with the virus. So for those of you who don't know, here in America, we don't have a universal healthcare system. Healthcare is privatized here, and costs for healthcare are way higher than any other developed country in the world. For a while now, there's been a movement to pivot to a government-run healthcare system in America to make sure that every American gets the care that they need. This is because, according to an ABC article from 2019, most Americans couldn't afford a $400 unexpected medical bill. Unfortunately, these types of unexpected bills are not uncommon in America at all. Today, about 44 million Americans are uninsured, and another 38 million Americans are underinsured or not properly insured. So since now everyone in America pretty much is calling for free coronavirus testing and care, I figured this would be a perfect time to discuss Medicare for All. What is it? How much does it cost? And let's just get right into it. You've probably heard about Medicare for All from prominent progressive political figures like 2020 Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders, and his plan is the one that I will be generally referring to in this video because it's the most widely known and popular Medicare for All plan. Basically, the idea is to get rid of privatized health insurance to decrease the cost of drugs and control the cost of healthcare in America. When I say drugs, you know I'm talking about medical drugs. In our current system in America, hospitals, drug companies, and insurance companies can pretty much charge whatever they want, and they do, and people can pretty much only see doctors or healthcare providers that are in their network, or else the costs would be even more crazy and unpayable. As a result of this, Americans die every year because they don't get the care they need, or they don't pick up the drugs that they were prescribed that they need because they can't afford them. It's sometimes the difference between getting that insulin for yourself or buying proper food for your children. So some people have to make that call in America, which is very sad and fucked up. So let's just get one thing straight. Medicare for All will not turn America into some sort of socialist dystopia like Republicans seem to think. For more on why they think this, though, you can check out my video that I made all about socialism and the different ways that progressives and conservatives in America view socialism. I will leave the link in the description box below. Proponents of Medicare for All feel that healthcare should be a human right and that no American should die or remain sick because they can't afford the care they need. Most Americans believe this, even if they prefer plans like Medicare for All who want it, which would allow those who like it to keep their current health insurance if they want to. LOL, who likes their current insurance plan? I don't know anyone that does, but I digress. Under Medicare for All, every person in America would be covered, and employee-offered health insurance would cease to be a thing, which would lower the financial burden on companies and employers. Premiums, deductibles, and copays would cease to exist, and this would all instead be provided by the government. But how will we pay for it, you might ask? It's not a fantasy, nor is it going to make healthcare more expensive for the average American. In fact, according to a Yale University study, Bernie Sanders Medicare for All plan would actually save about $5 trillion over the next decade. Here's a paragraph that I'm just gonna read directly from Bernie Sanders' campaign website about how he plans to pay for Medicare for all. So I'm just reading it right here. In 2018, the typical working family paid an average of $6,015 in premiums to private health insurance companies. Under this option, a typical family of 4 earning $60,000 would pay a 4% income-based premium to fund Medicare for all on income above $29,000, just $1,240 a year, saving that family $4,775 a year. Families of 4 making less than $29,000 a year would not pay this premium at all. Additionally, this is just me taking little snippets from his website now. Under Medicare for All, employers would pay a 7.5% payroll tax, which would save them more than $10,000 a year. Yay, companies. There would be a 52% marginal tax rate on incomes over $10 million. And that's what Bernie is talking about when he talks about taxing the top 1/10 of 1% in America, people making $10 million or more a year. They can pay a little extra, in my opinion. We would tax capital gains at the same rates as income from wages. The estate tax would go back to its 2009 tax exemption level of $3.5 million. We would raise the federal corporate income tax rate to 35%, etc., etc. Let me just reiterate that the average family in America under Medicare for All would only be paying about $1,240 a year for healthcare, as opposed to the current about $6,000 that typical families pay currently. If you want to learn more about Bernie Sanders' specific Medicare for All plan, you can go to www.berniesanders.com/issues/how does Bernie pay for his major plans? And I'll put that link in the description box below. Does Medicare for All sound good to you? Do you believe that healthcare should be a human right in America? I would love for you to comment below with all of your opinions and tell me why or why not. I'm also going to be making another video in this sort of Medicare debate topic about a single payer plan like that of Joe Biden's, because he is a prominent 2020 presidential candidate. So stay tuned for that. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all stay safe amidst this coronavirus pandemic. Seriously, practice social distancing. Thank you so much. Bye.